Hi everyone, this is Beth from Benito Bar. One of the greatest tools you can use in your daily life is a to-do list. This will act as a roadmap to get you from point A to point B. I use Google Keep to do this, but a simple paper notebook or another digital to-do app will also work just fine. The key here is to keep it simple. Imagine waking up every day and knowing exactly what you are going to get done and actually do it. It sounds amazing, right? And because I want you to create realistic to-do lists, we are going to set buckets of time to tasks. That way, you're going to get really good at measuring time and in turn have more flexibility in your day. I like to create my to-do list the day before, and I strongly suggest you do the same. It is the absolute pits to wake up and feel frazzled and then try to craft this roadmap. It's like being late to a meeting with a GPS that isn't giving you the fastest route. So your daily list is going to be fueled by two things, your calendar and your ongoing lists, which are usually work and personal. So I have my Google Keep open and I have already made a template that I like to work off of. And what this does is it lets me not have to reinvent the wheel and I can copy it over and over again. And I've also you can see my pre-populated items that I like to put in there because it feels just so good to cross them off, and they're things that I like to do every day to guide my day and start it off right. So I've also gone ahead on this template and put in buckets of time which we are going to assign our tasks to. So when we're looking at an item on our to-do list, it's really good to estimate the amount of time you think it's going to take and then plug it in. So let me just show you how to quickly make a copy. So I've already made this template and I'm just going to go down here and say make a copy, and what it did was just recreated this list. So now I can personalize this list and say Thursday, and then I can assign a color to make it stand out from the template. So remember, we're going to first want to look at our calendar and plug in the items that we need to get done the next day. So for Thursday, I have 3 things listed. From 11 to 12, I have a phone call down. I have a meeting from 2 to 3, and I have pick up the dog from vet 4 to 5. And it's actually a vet visit, so that's why it's an hour. So let's go ahead and plug those things in. So and since this is from 11 to noon, we'll just cross that time off. And then we have our meeting. And let's say you had to travel for the meeting. You're going to want to build in time to leave for the meeting. Since our meeting is where we already are, I don't have to do that. But for you, you might have to mark off, starting at 1:45, leave the house or leave work to get to this meeting. So since the meeting is from 2 to 3, I'm just going to go ahead and cross this off. And again, build in driving time if you have to return somewhere. And then picking up the dog from the vet, because the vet is really close by, I'm not really building in any time before or after. And then I am crossing this off. So then what this does is it shows us what time we have left in the day. So next, we're going to want to look at our ongoing work list and our ongoing personal list. And this is comprised of items from our email inbox, little pieces of paper that we collect, notes that we write on, messages we send ourselves, phone calls we get. All of this stuff is, essentially a brain dump, things that we need to get done throughout the week. You can also assign due dates. You can move these guys up and down based on the priority that they need to be. So I believe this guy was at the top. So let's just go ahead and do one so you have it as an example. So for tomorrow, I said I have to call a client back, and I am guesstimating that this is going to take 30 minutes. So I'm just going to go ahead and cross that off, go back over to my daily list, and I get to decide what time I'm going to call that client back. I'm going to go ahead and put it at 9 and mark off that so that I know it's going to take 30 minutes. I'm going to be on the phone from 9 to 9:30. Same thing with personal. After you've gone through your work list and scheduled it, you're going to also look at your personal list. Is there anything that needs to get done? Since the donation place is right next to the vet, I'm just going to go ahead and take that off and say take donations. I think that might take 15 minutes, and I'm just going to put this here. So you can see by doing this and populating this daily to-do list, it literally is a roadmap for our day. I don't have to think about anything. I'm literally just going down the list and crossing things off. So the goal here is to fill it up, putting in break time, putting in lunch time, just so that you do have pockets of your day that you are scheduling downtime. And I really like doing this because it allows me to measure time. I can understand how long things are taking. For example, say I have scheduled 30 minutes for this client phone call, and this type of phone call, should be taking 30 minutes, but lately it's been taking 45, so that might need to be addressed in some way. So again, this just really gets us in the habit of measuring time, which is so important because it really allows us to create a realistic to-do list. So I'm really excited to share Google Keep with you guys, and I know that you can do some really fun things with it. It's a very simple digital to-do app, and there aren't a lot of bells and whistles, but I think that is what is so great about it. So please use it or some other simple app and get busy planning your day.